Hi yogis, it's me, Malachi. I missed you guys and wanted to make a video of doing some yoga so that we could do it together during this time that we're not able to be at the school at the same time. So today we're going to do our breaths, then we're going to play a game with our breath and a tissue. It's going to be a game similar to a game that we've played together in class with the scarves. Then we are going to do our cat-cow song. Then we're going to do our caterpillar sequence. Then we're going to do our sun's magic song. And then the last thing we're going to do is our peak pose, which today is going to be tree pose. So the first thing we're going to do is our breaths. And before we do that, we should get ready. So if you have your socks and shoes on, like I do right now, let's take those off. So get those socks off so I can see your toes, although my feet might be a little bit dirty. Take your socks and shoes off, just like I'm doing. And then if you're at your house, find a place where you're supposed to put your shoes, and you can put them away. And then find a way to sit that you want to sit for doing our breaths. So if you want to sit in crisscross applesauce, you can do that. If you want to sit in hero pose, just so you guys remember what that is, you can sit on your feet with your knees bent, hands on your knees. If you want to sit in deer pose, like we do sometimes in class, you can sit with one leg folded in the front, your other leg back. And deer pose you can do on either side. So I'm going to sit in crisscross. But again, you can sit however you want to sit that feels the most comfortable for you right now. So the first thing we're going to do is raise our hands up in the air, make our hands twinkle like stars. You're going to make your hands come twinkle, twinkle, twinkle down and rest on your knees. We're going to do 2 regular breaths, in through our nose and out through our mouth. So take a big breath in and out through your mouth. Let's do that again. Big breath in and breathe out. Raise your hands way up to the sky. Twinkle your hands down, 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 back down to your knees. Now we are going to do B breath. Remember, B breath sounds like zzz. And when we do that, we're going to raise our hands up and we're going to make our hands come down. So let's do our first B breath now. Big breath in. Zzz. One more time. Big breath in. Zzz. Good. Now you're going to bring your hands in front of your heart. We're going to do 2 snake breaths. When we breathe in, our arms are going to go up. And when we breathe out, our hands are going to come back down in front of our chest. Let's go ahead and do it together. Snake breath, big breath in. One more time, big breath in. Good. Now we're going to do our lion breath. So I want you to show me your claws. And I want you to follow the motions as I'm doing it. So when we breathe in, our claws are going to go up in the air. And then when we do our lion breath out, we're going to go all right, let's do that all together. Big breath in. Do that again, even more fierce this time. Big breath in. Good. Now we're going to do our ocean breath. And with our ocean breath, we're going to raise our arms all the way up above our head. And then when we breathe out, we're going to bring our hands all the way back down. Let's do that together. 2 ocean breaths. Big breath in. One more time. Big breath in. Good. We're going to do our last breath now. Actually, we're going to do 2 more breaths. We're now going to do our Darth Vader breath. Sometimes people call this a different kind of ocean breath, but it's different because the sound comes from the back of your throat. So it sounds like, in our classes, usually what we do is we call this breath our Darth Vader breath. We're gonna move our arms the same way that we did with our ocean breath. So our arms are gonna come up when we breathe in, and our arms are gonna go down when we breathe out. So let's go ahead and do 2 Darth Vader breaths together now. Big breath in. One more time, big breath in. Good. All right, our last breath is gonna be our balloon breath. So you're gonna take your hands, put them together, stretch your arms out in front of your body. Now you're gonna fill your balloon with air. So take a big breath in and fill your balloon. And now let the air out. Do that one more time. Big breath in. And let the air out. Good. So now what I want you to do is I want you to say bye-bye to your balloon. You're gonna say bye-bye balloon, adios balloon, see ya, bye-bye balloon. Say bye-bye to your balloon because we're gonna pop your balloon now, all right? We're gonna fill your balloon with so much air and then we're gonna pop it as loud as we can. So go ahead and say bye-bye balloon, bye-bye balloon. All right, hands together, arms out in front of your body. Now fill your balloon with air. Fill it even more. Fill it even more. Even more. Even more. Now pop it. Pop. Good job. All right, so we've done our first breathing exercise. We've done our regular breath. We did our bee breath. We did our snake breath. We did lion breath. Then we did ocean breath. Then we did Darth Vader breath. And then we did our balloon breath. But guess what? There is one more breath that we are going to do, but we're going to do it with our game. So what I want you to do now is find a tissue. So I have this box of tissues with me, not because I need to blow my nose, or not because I'm sad and I need to cry and wipe my tears because I miss you so much. Now we are going to use a tissue for our breathing game. So what you're going to do is you're going to take a tissue, or it could be a paper towel or something like that, but a tissue will work for this game. So what we're going to do, we've played this game a few times in our classes. We're going to see which breath can make our tissue move the most. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your tissue and you're going to hold it so that it barely touches your nose. And I know you're not going to be able to see me talking, but I'm still going to be talking, and I think you'll still be able to hear me. So you're going to take your tissue and you're going to hold it so that it barely touches your nose, all right? Now, we're going to see if we can make our tissue move with our bee breath, okay? Let's try it now. Big breath in. My tissue really didn't move. Maybe I just need to pretend to be a bigger bee. Let's do an even bigger bee breath and see if we can make the tissue move. Let's do it now. My tissue didn't move at all. Maybe we need to be a scarier animal. Let's be a snake. Let's use our snake breath and see if we can make our tissue move. So take your tissue, let it touch your nose, and now we're gonna do our snake breath. Big breath in. That didn't move at all. Maybe we just need to be an even louder snake. Let's try it again. Man, that didn't work at all for me. Did your tissue move a little bit? Maybe a little bit? Mine didn't really move at all. I think that maybe the tissue is super brave and we just need to be an even scarier animal. So what if we tried our lion breath to try and move our tissue? I think that might work. All right, let's hold our tissue in front of our nose and make sure we do our lion breath where we go, Let's try it again. Big breath in. My tissue moved a tiny bit that time. You know, let's do that again. Big breath in. My tissue moved a little bit that time. But you know what? I want to make my tissue move a lot. So I was thinking the ocean is really, really big. And when waves come crashing in the ocean, they can push really big things, even giant boats. So I bet a little tissue like this would get moved a lot when we do ocean breath. What do you think? Should we try it? All right. Take your tissue, hold it in front of your nose again, and let's do our ocean breath. I thought it was going to move a lot more than that. All right, why don't we try that again? Let's do our second ocean breath. See if you can make your tissue move even more this time. My tissue hardly moved at all. Did yours move any? Really? Maybe I just need to do mine even louder. All right. Well, I think maybe we should try a different breath this time. So we didn't do our regular breath, but we really wanted to do our animal breath. So we did our bee breath, which didn't make my tissue move at all. Then we did our snake breath, which really didn't make my tissue move either. And then we did lion breath, which made my tissue move a tiny, tiny, tiny little bit. But I want to make it move so much. And even the ocean breath didn't make my tissue move at all. I know we could do balloon breath, but I'm not sure how much that would work. So I'm thinking that maybe we should do our birthday candle breath. So some of you might remember our birthday candle breath. So we blow as if we're pretending to blow out candles on a birthday cake. So you go as hard as you can, like you're going to blow your candles out and make your birthday wish. Have you ever had a birthday in your life? Raise your hand if you've had a birthday. Tomorrow is actually my 41st birthday. So I'm going to have 41 candles tomorrow. How many candles will you have on your next birthday? Do you know? 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe more? So what we're going to do is we're going to blow on our tissue, pretending like our tissue is a birthday candle, and we're going to blow it as hard as we can. When you do that, it might look something like this. That went a lot further, right? So what you can do when you do this game is you can take your tissue and you can let go of it and you can blow as hard as you can like you're blowing out a birthday candle. So like this. So it goes a lot further. So try that again. Big breath in. So the tissue blows really far when we do our birthday candle breath. So a game that you can do at home, you can do it by yourself, or you could do it with a friend, you could do it with a brother or sister, you can do it with a mommy or daddy or someone else who's at home with you. You can take the tissue and you can actually blow it back and forth together and see how many times you can blow the tissue back and forth without it touching the ground. It's a super fun game. In our classes, the most number of times anybody's ever been able to do that back and forth was actually 18. So that means that each person blew and it went back and forth 18 times while people played the game together. It was super cool to watch. So, in this video, we did at the very beginning, our regular breath, we did our bee breath, our snake breath, lion breath, ocean breath, Darth Vader breath, and balloon breath. And then with our tissue game, we saw how much we could make the tissue move with our bee breath, with our snake breath, and neither of those really made our tissue move very much. Then we did lion breath, which made it move a little bit. Then we did our ocean breath, and the ocean breath really didn't do anything. But then when we did our birthday candle breath, that made it move the most. And then there's the game that you can do, and again, where you can blow your tissue back and forth with your friend and see how many times you can do it. Or you could even do this game on your own, where you could take it and you can keep blowing it in the air and see how many times you can do it before it touches the ground. It's a really fun game. What I would love for you to do is if you do the game where you blow the tissue in the air, either with a partner or by yourself, is you can leave a comment in below the video, and you can let me know how many times you were able to keep the tissue in the air while you were blowing it back and forth. I'd love to see who could do it the most. And even if you wanted to, you could take a video of it and show me how many times you can blow the tissue back and forth. So I hope that you've enjoyed this. I'm going to send you another video soon with the rest of the poses in our sequence. Bye guys.